Does your child have a smartphone? Should they have a smartphone? That's a question many parents around the world have been asking themselves. And a growing number of them are arriving at this conclusion: they shouldn't, at least not until high school. In Nova Scotia, a group of parents have set out to inform people of the potential harms in the hopes of sparking a movement towards a smartphone-free childhood. Jenna Post knows a lot about smartphones. She's worked in the tech industry for 20 years and helped build the very first BlackBerry smartphones. So she's all too aware of the harms they can cause.
The smartphones are really fueling a mental health crisis in our children and in the youth, and it's giving you a gateway to harmful content, exposing them to kind of violent content. It's also built to be addictive.
Post is a leader of the local chapter of Unplugged Canada, a new advocacy group that hopes to convince parents to pledge to delay giving smartphones to their kids as long as possible. She hopes that building a community will give people the confidence to follow through on that commitment and help change the tides of a smartphone-obsessed society.
We've started to see the movement of the cell phone bans in schools and the restrictions in schools. That's been going across Canada, that's going across the world. We're even seeing legislation come out about trying to raise the age of social media to at least 16 in Australia, and even the UK is looking at it. I think we all kind of knew it in the pit of our stomach all along, but I think we now have enough information that says we should do it, and we have more of a support system of people talking about it.
So what's at risk? Psychologists in the US and Canada say the list is long.
When you have the depression rate going up 50 to 100%, you have the suicide rate is up 50%, in the US at least. Education has been declining in America since 2012, not since COVID. So we have an enormous destruction of mental health, happiness, and education. This counts to me as one of the biggest public health emergencies we've ever had.
The list is long. If we look on the physical side of things, touch phones are associated with sedentariness, disturbed sleep, and obesity. On the psychological side of things, we see links to inattention, depression, anxiety, suicidal thinking, loneliness, and a host of other mental health challenges.
Post realizes going smartphone-free is easier said than done, but there are alternatives, like the pinwheel phone, which gives parents control over what kids can do. You can get a home phone for after-school check-ins and a family computer for games and internet browsing.
I mean, that's where we're at. We're all in an impossible situation. Everybody has one, so they feel they have to give one to their child, or their child begs them until they feel they need to. I think kids need to be able to have a childhood without the need of this device, and if we just start with your own small community and start to make some change there, less people will have them and there'll be less pressure to actually have to give them one.
While the experts do agree on delaying giving your child a smartphone, Simon Cherry says there are some positive social interactions that can come from them. But it's important to make the best decision for your family. As for Jenna Post and Unplugged Canada, they're hosting information sessions for parents to learn how to talk to your kids about going smartphone free. Thomson, CBC News, Halifax.